So, hello guys, welcome back to a new episode of We Speak Football. This is week 4-ish. This is recorded at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, so any of the Champions League matches that were meant to happen on Wednesday have not happened. So, at the current form, this is the predictions, okay? I would do it after tonight, but I can't, I'm busy, stuff like that. So, sorry about that. But this is as up to date as it can be. And I'm changing the ending to the episode a little bit. So, straight off the bat, predictions for last week, yeah? Man U, Man City, I said 3-2 to Man U. Burnley versus West Brom, I said 1-0 to Burnley. The Burnley versus Hull, I said 2-2. Arsenal versus South, I said 1-1. Middlesbrough versus Palace, 2-2. West Ham versus Watford, 2-0. Stoke versus Spurs, 2-1 to Spurs. Liverpool versus Leicester, 1-0 to Liverpool. Swansea versus Chelsea, 2-1 to Chelsea. Sunderland versus Everton, 3-1 to Everton. This is now on to the results. Man U versus Man City, I said 3-2, we got 2-1. Bournemouth versus West Brom, I said 1-0. It was 1-0, so that's the first ever correct prediction. I guess teams winning, but it wasn't the same scoreline, so. Burnley versus Hull, I said 2-2, it was 1-1, some free kick by Snodgrass. Arsenal versus Southampton, I said 1-1, it was 2-1 to Arsenal. It's some fucking jammy ass penalty, but like I said, I can talk with this in the opinion part of the episode. Middlesbrough versus Palace, I said 2-2, it was 1-2. West Ham versus Watford, 2-0, it was 4-2 to Watford. Stoke versus Spurs, I said 2-1, it was 4-0 to Spurs. Liverpool versus Leicester, I said 1-0, it was 4-0 to Liverpool. Swansea versus Chelsea, I said 2-1 to Chelsea, it was 2-2. Sunderland versus Everton, I said 3-1 to Everton, but it was 3-0 to Everton. So I got a lot of the wins, I just didn't get the actual result, which is the real important thing. But I got my first result, and this was like the first time I personally sat down and thought it through properly. So I'm pretty proud of this. So straight after that, let's talk about the first match down to the last match. At least that's the order I think I put them in. So Man U versus Man City, I said 3-2, it was 2-1. Man City were better tactically for most of the match. Eber missed multiple sitters in my opinion. Man U should have got at least one penalty. I'd say 2 though. Because they did handball it to a point, and that Bravo tackle was dirty, okay? He went and stood first, illegal move. And he jumped off the floor, illegal move. He did not have control of his body, so that makes it illegal. That is a fucking at least a red because of the... Basically, it should have been a penalty and a red. Because if Courtois' tackle, which I'll talk about later, was a yellow, that's a pen tackle for Bravos and a red. Bravo. So, anyway, Bournemouth versus Brom. I said 1-0, it was 1-0. Chadley looked decent, so did I. So new signings ain't bad for both teams. Burek doing well again for Burnley. You know what I mean, Burn. I'm just calling him Burn. And it was out of nowhere. It was actually quite a good goal for Wilson. I'm not going to deny it. Burnley versus versus Hull. 2-2. I said it was 1-1. The four beauty. That was very beautiful. And Snodgrass with it couldn't be any better, that equalizer. It really couldn't. It really could not be better. I really do like Snodgrass. At this rate, he's going to get himself like a fucking team of the season. Even if he does get relegated. Like, he is so good looking this year. Anyway. Arsenal versus South, I said 1-1. It was 2-1 to Arsenal. 50-50 match from what I've seen. Not much to say. And not just my opinion, several opinions, so it's not me being a biased Tottenham fan. But it was a very harsh penalty. But I know that is how the rules have been this year. But the penalties have been 50-50 this year, and it's really been pissing me off. Because the things that have always been a penalty are no longer penalties for some reason. And then the things that were always grand are now penalties, you know what I mean? I could get kicked in the face, the ref does not. And I gently push someone basically from behind. Or not even that, just hold on to his arm while he's going up for a header, and they get a penalty. It's stupid. They need to sort that out massively. Middlesbrough versus Palace, I said 2-2, it was 2-1. The reason why I didn't say it would be a win for Palace is because Middlesbrough have a very good team, and I just didn't think that Benteke would get into form straight away. Anyway, Benteke scoring his first goal from a beautiful header and a beautiful cross from Zaha. Couldn't be much better, that goal. Obviously, you know, the long shots out of nowhere or free kicks are the best goals. But from open play, that is one of the best goals you could score, isn't it? Ayala scored a beautiful header. The Middlesbrough player out of nowhere just take a corner and just fucking, oh, beautiful. People should fear Middlesbrough set pieces because they have, like, I'm not sure how true this is, but I feel like they have 5-6 foot players. They've got their centre backs, they've got their forwards that are decently tall, you know. So yeah, and they're all pretty good in the air from the looks of it. Mandanda made some saves, I'm not going to deny Palace that. And Zaha looks sick. Good assist and good goal. And Middlesbrough could have had 2 penalties subjectively. Now, that's generally what I'd like to say. West Ham versus Watford, 2-0 to West Ham, I said. It was 4-2 to Watford. Don't know how they... Honestly, it was 2-0 to West Ham in like the first 34 minutes, and they fucking go ahead and lose. I don't know how they managed it. But Payet with probably the best assist of the week. I can't see anything better. Maybe there was one that I'm missing. Like, there was a decent couple in the Spurs match, but like not compared to that, honestly. I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to deny him. And on his season return, that just proves that he is a very, very, very good player. And Watford just didn't give up, and I respect that so much. And I'm not going to say that it was because they were good attacking me. Like, don't get me wrong, they probably were. But West Ham's defense was shameful as well. I think personally, Adrian's just not going to cut it anymore. Adrian needs to go. The strikers, everything just getting better in the Premier League, and Adrian is just not getting better with the Premier League. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but this is just my opinion. That's why you're here, sure, isn't it? Stoke versus Spurs. I said 2-1 to Spurs. It was 4-0 to Spurs. At first, for a max of 20 minutes or so, Stoke did dominate. But after after that score, yes, goal that Son had, just after that, Son just had all the confidence. Like, cause he had a pretty decent Olympics. He got the semis and got 4th place with South Korea, which is, you know, I know it was Olympics and it's like reserve teams Olympics are and shit like that. Don't get me wrong, like Olympics is not too much to be proud of. But if you still go throughout like a pretty, you know, like a big enough tournament for your country, you know, that's gonna fucking make you feel confident, no matter what tournament it is. Whether you get to the semis, the World Cup, the Euros, or the Olympics, it doesn't matter. You're gonna feel confident. Anyway, and he got 2 goals. His first one was, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful one. Actually, you know what? No, it was beautiful. It just looks really easy, I'd say. I think it's just one of those goals that just looks so easy. But if like you had the chance, it's probably so easy to mess up. We're 1-0, and I'm thinking we gotta get that second goal if we want to secure the win. We really do. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm gonna go in a lot more detail because I was watching this match. Son scores a beautiful, beautiful long shot. And that just got us all the confidence. We get on the counter attack from like a Stoke corner, where you run up the pitch, and Ericsson just gives it to Dele Alli, who just nutmegs Shar across or some shit like that, and goes in as well. And yeah, Walker taking the ball to the face from Arnautovic, nearly full power. What a beast! And I'm like, I know I didn't say it or anything like that, so nobody has like, there's no proof of it. But I'm not gonna deny it. I said in that game, this is when Harry Kane will score. He might score the first one. He might be from a penalty. Doesn't matter. He will score a fucking goal. And what did I say? What did I say? He scored. He scored, eh? We should have had a pen. I'm not gonna lie. Cameron like clipped Son and then like stood on him and shit like that. But like I'm not too upset like because we did win 4-0 in the end. Like it's not like we lost or drew. You know what I mean? Then that'd be more annoying. And it looks like Ericsson could be back to form, which yeah, Ericsson's a sick player. And I'd love to see him back into proper form. Anyway, uh, Hughes, the Stoke manager, seemed to have gotten a red, I guess, from manager. He was basically given out to linesman and or some shit like that for saying that Arnautovic died, which he did, by the way. And he got sent out to the stands, and then after that went out and properly picked up pace. So maybe if he didn't be so selfish or stupid, I guess, they could have actually not get demolished as bad. Maybe even won, maybe got a point, just something. They're currently bottom of the table. Anyway, let's straight into the next match. Liverpool versus Leicester. I said 1-0 to Liverpool. It was 4-1 to Liverpool. Liverpool's attack was top form. Leicester are looking, like I said several times, and I say it again, bad this season. Well, can't they that important to them that they can't beat any teams they come up against? Was Kante so important that that's the main reason why they didn't even get relegated? Is Kante so good that that's the reason why they got promoted? I mean, won the league. He has to be. Because you just don't play... Like, Mahrez is just not Mahrez this season, in my opinion. Vardy is not really Vardy this season. Like, their players just ain't themselves anymore. Or maybe this is themselves, but can't they make them better? Maybe. Either way. The defense, like usual for Liverpool, was sloppy. I think they should play Karius in goal over Mignolet, but I'm sure there's a reason why they can't. I think he might be injured. I'm not sure how true that is, but yeah. Swansea versus Chelsea, 2-1 to Chelsea. I said it was 2-2 to Chelsea. Well, to both of them obviously. Costa's goal was a bad clearance. It was a terrible clearance, but you know what? They redeemed it. Like Chelsea did. Like a bad clearance for Swansea, but like Chelsea were good enough to pick up on the fuck up. So that's just fantastic of Chelsea. And it was a decent finish. Hazard missed some chances, like if he wasn't so stupid, I guess. Like I feel like he should have chipped it over the keeper at several points, or just went for a lot more placement on the far post and the near post. And some of his shots, they could have won it, no problem. But like, honestly, he shouldn't need to do that because I'll get into that later. Courtois needs to stop personally unnecessarily fouling people. He could have punched it clear because I think if you keep your feet in the box and then you punch it, it counts as being in the box. And so anyway, that's 1-1 at this point. Personally, I believe Leroy fouled Cahill on the build up to the second goal. So that was fucking that was just pure bullshit on the half of the ref. The ref saw it, no problem. No, he didn't. He was on the other side of the pitch, which is a massive problem. Why is he on the other side of the pitch? So hopefully they can fix these fouling problems this season. I feel like it's a lot worse this season than any other season before. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe it's even better. Maybe it's just because I've been watching more matches. And Costa doing well to score a good goal, as well as a chance that looked like it was lost. And getting a point for his team. Like, he's making headlines, and he deserves to. Sunderland versus Everton. I said 1-3, it was 3-0. Sorry about that. Mike cut out there, so I'm just going to resume from where I was at the beginning. Sunderland versus Everton. I said 3-1 to Everton. It was 3-0 to Everton. I personally expected Sunderland to put one past Everton. They should have, but mostly the match was 50-50. A match, it really was. Like, there were some good counter-attacks by both teams, both just straight up normal attacks. Good defense by both teams. And then all of a sudden, Lukaku gets one goal, which was a header. Then he gets a second goal, which was a header. And then he gets a third goal, which was, I believe, a run and pretty good placement in the bottom corner. So, yeah. Now, like I said, this is obviously before any of the Champions League matches. So, the predictions for next week is what their current form is like. And I did sort of rush this one because I wanted to get this video out. So the predictions this week will be a little bit off, but like I said, they will generally be what I'm thinking. So Chelsea versus Liverpool, I'm thinking 2-1 to Chelsea. West Brom versus West Ham, even though West Ham got dominated, I still think West Ham can win 2-1. I was thinking 1-1, and then I realized Dimitri Payet, and I called him Payet because I just knew he's just so good that he gets that second fucking that name in between his two names. That sort of thing. Hull versus Arsenal. I'm thinking 2-1 to Arsenal. As much as I hate saying shit like that, it seems very likely. Leicester versus Burnley. 1-0 to Burnley. I'm thinking 1-0 to Burnley. Man City versus Bournemouth. I'm thinking 2-0 to Man City, as much as I do hate saying that. Everton versus Middlesbrough. I'm really hoping for this, but a 2-2 for them, because Middlesbrough is a good team and Lukaku's found his form, so I could see a 2-2 there. Watford versus Man U, 2-1 to Man U. Southampton versus Swansea, 1-1. Crystal Palace versus Stoke, 2-1 to Palace. Spurs versus Sunderland, 2-0 to Spurs, 3-0 to Spurs. That's generally the scoreline. Maybe 2-1, 3-1 to Spurs, that sort of thing. I know that's a very broad margin, but I just can't see us losing. Imagine us putting a couple past them. I think Harry Kane's found his form after that goal. Like you say, he gets 1, he'll get 20. You know what I mean? And if he keeps going like this, I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but he's going to break Alan Shearer's record. You cannot deny it. Does he deserve to? Well, if he breaks it, he does. But, like, obviously I'm not going to be saying shit like, oh, he will break it, Like, he's only had 2 good seasons, but I think he's not that sort of player. I think he's keep going, and I think he wants to stay at Spurs for the rest of his life. I know he said it, but a lot of players have said shit like that in the past, so I hope he's not just saying it to be nice to the fans. Nice to the fans and stuff. Mic cut out again. I don't know what the fuck is the problem with the mic. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hit that like and comment, subscribe.